Today, we're counting down the top 10 best Korean movies releasing in 2026. From gripping thrillers and heart-pounding action to emotional dramas, chilling horror, and unforgettable adventures, these highly anticipated films promise something for every movie fan. Let's dive into the must-watch Korean movies you won't want to miss. Coming in at number 10, Heaven, to the Land of Happiness. The story follows a terminally ill prison inmate known only as 203, who escapes after learning he has little time left to live. During his flight, he crosses paths with Nam-sik, a kind but impoverished hospital worker struggling with an incurable illness and unable to afford the medicine he desperately needs. When the two men unexpectedly come into possession of a large sum of money, they set off on an unpredictable road trip in search of freedom, hope, and one final chance at happiness. Along the way, they form an unlikely friendship while facing relentless pursuers, unexpected encounters, and difficult choices that test their courage and redefine what happiness truly means. Coming in at number 9, Wild Sing. The story follows a once popular co-ed dance trio called Triangle, which reunites after 20 years and embarks on a reckless challenge to seize a chance at a comeback. A forgotten celebrity surviving on minor appearances, Hyunwoo sets out to reunite the estranged members despite their unresolved conflicts. He finds Sangwoo struggling with debt and Domi feeling trapped in a dull life dominated by family expectations. As the reunion approaches, old wounds resurface and their pursuit of a second chance spirals into a chaotic road trip, culminating in a triumphant performance that proves their music and bond still resonate. Coming in at number 8, Project Y. The story follows Mi-sun and Do-kyung, two friends who struggle to survive in the most dangerous part of Seoul's Gangnam district. With no one but each other to rely on, they grind away to save the money needed to leave their dangerous lifestyles behind. But just as retirement comes within reach, the world betrays them, shattering their hopes. On the edge of a dead end, they discover a hidden fortune of dirty cash and golden Gangnam and place all their bets on one final high-stakes gamble of a lifetime. Coming in at number 7, The Eyes. The story follows Seo-jin, a photographer who gradually loses her eyesight due to a genetic disease. When her twin sister Seo-in unexpectedly dies under mysterious circumstances, she is determined to investigate the truth herself. As she follows the clues, Seo-jin discovers that her sister had secretly been preparing for eye surgery and had a connection with a mysterious man. The investigation quickly puts her in danger as she confronts Hyun-min, a stalker wearing an electronic monitoring bracelet and suspected of being behind her sister's death. Coming in at number 6, Once We Were Us. The story follows Yoon-ho and Jung-won, former lovers who shared an intense romance in the late 2000s, as they unexpectedly reunite after 15 years and confront lingering feelings from their past. Set in Seoul on the eve of the 2007 global financial crisis, the film portrays two young people leaning on each other amid job insecurity and an uncertain future. As they confront the memories and emotions of their shared history, they must decide whether to rekindle what they once had or finally let go. Coming in at number 5, Hope. The story is set in the small port village of Hoppohang near the demilitarized zone, where local station chief Beom-seok discovers a brutally killed cow in the middle of a rice field. The village youth suspect a tiger is responsible and venture into the woods, but instead of a tiger, they encounter a monstrous creature. As firefighting resources are deployed elsewhere and communication is cut off, Beom-seok scrambles to protect the village only to confront a reality far more horrific than he imagined. The seeds of misfortune born from ignorance escalate into a cosmic tragedy, pushing the film beyond a disaster into a bizarre confrontation between humans and non-human entities. Coming in at number 4, Salmokji, Whispering Water. The story is inspired by spooky local rumors about the Salmokji Reservoir in Yeosun County. It follows a media crew led by Han Soo-in, who is sent to the remote water site to reshoot footage of the area after their initial recordings were ruined by bizarre visual distortions. But when they review the new tape, a chilling figure is caught on screen, setting off a chain reaction that quickly spirals into a literal nightmare. As they investigate, they realize there is far more to Salmokji than meets the eye. Coming in at number 3, Humint. The story follows Manager Cho, a South Korean intelligence officer who loses his key North Korean informant and moves to Vladivostok following her clues. There, he begins cultivating a new source, Chae Sun-hwa, another North Korean woman working at a local restaurant. Meanwhile, North Korean security officer Park Gun arrives in the city, ostensibly to monitor a consul general suspected of trafficking, but his real purpose is to search for Sun-hwa, a former lover. As each character's hidden agenda comes into play, the film accelerates through cat-and-mouse chases that build relentless tension and adrenaline. Coming in at number 2, Colony. The story unfolds inside a sealed high-rise building where survivors are trapped following an unidentified outbreak. Kwon Sejong, a woman who arrives at a corporate conference at her ex-husband's suggestion, emerges as the leader of the survivors. What sets the film apart is the infected do not act alone. Drawing on the biological concept of a colony, the infected function as a single coordinated entity, crawling on all fours or entangling themselves in groups to overwhelm survivors. As they evolve in real time in unpredictable ways, the survivors must fight for survival against a threat that redefines the creature genre. Finally, coming in at number 1, The King's Warden. The story is set in a remote mountain village of 15th century Joseon, where a humble headman, Hyung-do, hears a rumor that any village hosting an exiled nobleman will be blessed with fortune. Hoping to bring prosperity to his impoverished community, he eagerly submits a petition to host one, unaware that his guest is none other than the deposed boy king Dan-jong. While an unlikely bond begins to form between the fallen monarch and the man assigned to watch over him, the quiet village soon finds itself drawn into the perilous undercurrents of royal intrigue, where loyalty and survival collide. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe.